Hi already. The Hudson was doing one summer fun that you guys enjoy. And for our last show,
Hello, Williamson County. I'm Kerri Hudson, and welcome to It's About You, an informational program about the classes, activities, and special events of the Williamson County Parks and Recreation Department. Well, Williamson County Parks and Recreation, continues a holiday tradition as we present the 24th Annual Holiday Arts and Crafts Show along with our 11th Annual Kringle Car Classic at the Ag Expo Center in Franklin, Saturday, November 1st and Sunday, November 2nd. Get ready to jumpstart your holiday shopping with almost 140 craft booths featuring a unique selection of handmade gifts and items. Now, I know I say it every year, but I really mean this. What makes our holiday craft show so special are the one-of-a-kind gifts and items that you can find at this event. All of our vendors sell handmade items. No commercial items or vendors are allowed. So this event, it truly provides a unique holiday shopping opportunity that you will not be able to find anywhere else in Williamson County. It's an opportunity to buy original one-of-a-kind gifts for all ages and all the people on your holiday shopping list. Even Santa's elves are busy constructing a booth for the jolly old elf to visit on both of our show dates, to hear the wish lists of all good boys and girls, and take a commemorative keepsake photo for mom and dad. And finally, men, while your ladies shop, visit the Kringle Car Classic held in the center of the building on the arena floor. Over 80 classic and modified automobiles have been hand-picked and assembled exclusively for this invitational car show. Voted one of the best car shows in the state of Tennessee, this year's event will feature vehicles spanning 100 years of automotive history, as well as a special feature and tribute to trucks. Then rounding out this year's event is a special performance by the Williamson County Community Band. An all-volunteer group of musicians, the Williamson County Community Band is a Williamson County treasure, performing marches, concert pieces, jazz, and Broadway favorites under the expert direction of band leader Mr. Ken Krause. This event has definitely become a holiday extravaganza you do not want to miss. And while some things haven't changed, a few things have. Joining me today are Darlene Monk. She's a recreation specialist with the Williamson County Parks and Recreation Department. She's responsible for planning this event, as well as several of the crafters who will be participating in today's show. We're joined on stage now with Frieda Evaskis, one of our crafters for the event. We'll be talking to her in just a few minutes about some of the interesting things that she's brought out to show us today. But first, we want to talk to Darlene about some of the changes to this year's event. Ladies, thank you both for joining us today. It's a pleasure to have you here. Miss Darlene.
Good morning.
Good morning. Some things never change, but then change is always inevitable.
This is true.
Talking about hosting our 24th Annual Holiday Arts and Crafts Show, along with the Kringle Car Classic at the Williamson County Ag Expo Center. The pink elephant in the room right now is exit 61 on Interstate 65. Several weeks ago, I'm sure many people in this area are very familiar about what happened at that exit, where the bridge that crosses the interstate caught on fire and has actually been demolished to be completely restructured again. This definitely puts a little bit of a hamper on our event, but you have proactively been working for several weeks now on setting up detours and putting out as much information as possible to both our vendors who are participating in the event as well as our customers who will be visiting the event. So let's start off talking about the detours.
Okay. Well, Kerri, we're very confident that the extra measures that Parks and Recreation are taking in order to make sure that the people that are not from this area know the different routes to and from the Ag Expo Arena, and they're able to find us and enjoy this year's craft show just like years past with no change whatsoever. Exit 61 South, if you are coming to the Ag Center, of course, if you're on 65 North southbound, that will probably be the most affected. If you are coming I-65 southbound only from the Nashville area toward exit 61, the Ag Center exit. We're asking that everyone bypass the 61 exit. Do not get off at that ramp. Keep going until you see the 840 exchange.
Which is the next exit down.
The very next one, probably within a mile of exit 61. You can almost see it from 61. Proceed on to the 840 exchange, loop around, get off at the first exit, which is the Lewisburg Pike exit, and pretty much just stay on that off ramp, right back onto the on ramp of the 85, and then proceed on to 65 northbound. And then you may exit the northbound exit of 61. We think that loop right there will, of course, be a better than some of the other options that maybe the detour signs that are
some
up
of
will
the
take.
secondary and back roads.
Yes.
And Parks and Recreation is putting out some of their own signs around the 840 exit on 65 southbound to help motorists as they detour around the 840 exit, getting back onto 840 and then proceeding on to 65 north to go back up to exit 61, where they can exit on the side of the interstate that the Ag Expo Arena is on.
That's correct, Kerri, and we'll have directional signs that say Car and Craft Show this way, not only to help the vendors find us at the Ag Center on that Friday of setup, October the 31st, but also the public. We want to make sure that the public knows all the back roads on how to get there. There'll be one at the end of Paytonsville Road if they'd like to get off the 840 there and then come in the back way, Long Lane, go see Hill Road, Arno Road. Those are just some of the other roads where our signs will be present to help people get to us. And we're just confident that with all the extra that we're doing this year, that it's not going to be a problem that the bridge is out.
And you also put some of the detour information on our website as well.
That's correct. People can access that by going to our website, wcparksandrec.com, for a link that says detour signs, and it'll give you all the maps that the state has put on there, and of course the city of Franklin, to help people maneuver around the different areas surrounding the Ag Center.
Another thing that we've done this year, because of the extra effort involved in getting to the site, our director has decided to waive the admission fee to both of the events this year.
Yes, Kerri, he has. He's feeling a little bit of the Christmas spirit. I guess you could say an early Christmas gift for Santa. For everybody that wants to come out and see our craft show this year, we are charging no admission fee. So we're wanting people just to come on out, see what our craft vendors have to offer this year. We're pretty sure that if they're looking for that one special, unique Christmas gift, they're going to find it at our craft show.
Absolutely. And I understand you have a lot of new vendors this year. Miss Frieda's a new vendor, and you have several others as well.
We're excited about that. Yes, we do. Not only everything that you see here on the table is a new craft, but we also have a new vendor that's going to be there making unique mailbox covers. We have different food vendors there. If you're looking for something gluten-free or gourmet, and of course we have Greek pastries. We have a Greek chef that's going to be there this year. And you can't forget Miss Maeve's fudge.
That's always something to look forward to. Let's take a few minutes and talk to Frieda real quick about some of the different things that you brought for us today. Frieda, thank you for joining us. I appreciate you taking the time to come out and talk to us a little bit about some of the things that you will have at your booth at our Holiday Arts and Crafts Show.
Glad to be here.
Thank you. Well, you do machine embroidery.
Yes.
And you brought us several different examples of some of the different things that you do with this type of art. You have some beautiful flameless candles
Yes.
that have these embroidered sleeves on them. There's really a lot of detail in these. Tell me a little bit about kind of how you got interested in embroidery and how you come up with some of the patterns and designs for these kinds of things.
Well, I have always sewed. My mother taught me sewing from when I was very young, and I felt like it was a natural progression because now sewing machines and embroidery machines are as one. You can buy them, you know, as one machine, and some of these I purchase the design and I just sew them, and then I have also learned how to what they call digitize. In the old days, it was called punching, but and make some of my own designs to embroider. And I used to embellish T-shirts and things like that, but I really adore lace, and so I like dressing up things that would ordinarily be ordinary, you know?
Absolutely,
And
making it special.
Very
yes.
beautiful.
So I love these. This one is a wedding one. I have angels, and I have other types of things. I also, this one is a multimedia thing. These are also embroidery, but I now add what I call chandelier ornaments. So I pick all kinds of beads and other types of accessories to
Yes,
dress up,
to dress them up.
Even more.
Exactly. And again, taking kind of, one of those maybe everyday looking, Christmas tree ornaments,
Yes.
but adding a little extra something to it to make it really stand out on its own.
Yes.
The other thing that I noticed the minute I saw you setting your stuff up today, were the barrettes.
Oh.
My daughter's 3, and she has very long hair, and if she ever lets me brush it and do anything with it, I love these. These are actually embroidered barrettes, and you have a ton of different colors and themes and styles and things like that. But it's amazing to me that you're able to take this one concept of embroidery and channel it through so many different mediums and forms.
Oh, well, I have to tell you that I try it on everything. T-shirts, felt, paper. I do it on everything, and I see what comes out the best. So
You also mentioned that you hand sew.
I do.
These unique cuffs that you have brought with you today are items that you hand sew, correct?
Yes.
So people are probably looking at these and thinking, well, that's interesting. I've never seen anything like that before. But it's actually like a little mini wallet.
Yes.
That people can wear on their wrist. You've got these little zipper pouches in the front here.
Yes.
Where people can throw, their ID, their debit, their credit card, a little bit of cash, something like that, and then just wrap it around their wrist and be good to go.
Yes.
Just
A lot of
that's it.
people that run like them. Of course, not this one because this is, too fancy. But but there are a lot of people that like it when they run, and it's
Ways
just
to
easy.
keep up with things
Yes.
easily.
Yes, without
Yes.
having to carry extra
Yes.
things. Yes.
Part of my life revolves around ways to keep up with things
Right.
easily now.
And not really knowing what that was, that's really kind of a safe, secure way to carry your valuable items too. I would have never known that was a wallet by looking at it.
There you
So,
go.
That's great.
Well, Ms. Frieda, you also are going to be sharing your booth space with your daughter, Julia, at
Yes.
this event. And Julia does some jewelry.
Yes.
She left us with some examples of some of her bracelets that she has here. She has some lovely bead pieces. There's some great metallics.
Yes.
There are some more fun, eclectic pieces with a lot of color, but all different shapes, sizes, color, patterns, and different things for people to admire and enjoy.
Yes, she's 17, so, she really brings out the brightness, and, I'm more the dark, somber type, and she is the brightness, I guess, in my life,
It's the balance.
Yes.
It is the balance, and I love that you guys are able to do this together.
And we love it, yes.
So it's a wonderful way to spend time with your family.
Yes.
Absolutely. Well, we are definitely looking forward to seeing you at the Holiday Arts and Crafts Show. Thank you for taking the time to sit in with us today. We really appreciate it.
Oh, yes, and we're excited to be there. This is the first time we're showing, and we're just excited. I don't know how else to say it.
Wonderful. Good. Well, we're happy to have your excitement and your enthusiasm. Wonderful. Well, we will see you at the Holiday Arts and Crafts Show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, well, y'all stay tuned. When we come back, we'll be talking with another crafter participating in this year's event, as well as some more information pertaining to our 24th annual Holiday Arts and Crafts Show and the 11th annual Kris Kringle Card Classic.
I am for the child who lives in motels, cars, and shelters, now in foster care, a group home, where he sleeps not on a bed, but on a temporary cot. He is the child I am for. I am a CASA volunteer. I am you.
We get into our vehicles every day. Check the side and rear view mirrors, look back, ready to go. But wait. Behind the vehicle are 62 children, and not a single one could be seen.
Technology already exists that can eliminate the blind zone. Please protect your children and equip your vehicle. Don't back blind. See the children.
Welcome back to It's About You. We're talking today about our upcoming 24th annual Holiday Arts and Crafts Show, along with the 11th annual Kringle Car Classic. Now, we ran out of time in our first segment, and I did not have a chance to give you some information about our first vendor, Frieda, and her daughter, Julia. If you would like more information on their arts with the embroidery and jewelry that they do, you can visit their Facebook page at CJFS Crafts. For the second half of our show today, we're joined with another new vendor at our Holiday Arts and Crafts Show. This is Miss Athena Vaporis. Athena does some specialty Greek baking as well as handmade cards. Athena, thank you so much for joining us today. It's a pleasure to have you here as well.
Thank you very much for having me.
And I was telling some people just a few minutes ago, we've never had a baker as one of our featured crafters for the show, and I know why now, because the aroma is killing me. This is very tempting stuff that you have put out in front of us today. Talk to us a little bit about what you do. I know that a lot of what you do is Greek-based baking and cooking and things like that. So tell us a little bit about what you've brought today. There are just some examples of some of the things that you'll have at the Arts and Crafts Show, and kind of how you got started in doing this.
Well, some of the items that I have with us are Greek staples, really, in terms of desserts and sweets. We have everything from over by you, Kerri, we have souraki, which is a sweet bread, and then we have something called diples, which is a fried dessert. And then we have koulourakia, which are a butter cookie, crunchy butter cookie. Those are my children's favorite. And then, of course, the traditional baklava. And I brought some samples of the packaging that we have when we sell. And then we also do some American favorites as well. I have some customers that really enjoy the brownies and breads and cookies that we have available.
So it's pleasing to the eye. I'm sure it's exceptionally pleasing to the palate as well. How did you get started becoming a baker and, selling some of this stuff to the public?
Well, the baking part started really just through my family. I remember baking with my yaya, my grandmother, and her teaching me, and then of course cooking also with my parents, and now with also my mother-in-law. She's actually the person that I've started this business with, and I've just always really enjoyed cooking, all different kinds of things. And so this year, when I'm also a stay-at-home mom, so when we were kind of faced with trying to find some extra income, she and I had talked about it many years ago, but some of the laws in Tennessee were very strict at that time. And since they've changed the laws since then to accommodate home-based bakeries, really, we've decided to go ahead and give it a go and see how we do with it.
So, well, I think so far you're doing pretty good. This looks pretty tempting to me. My family they've always been cookers and bakers, and there's a saying in our family that a family's made in the kitchen, because that's where we always are. That's where everything happens in our family. Whenever the whole family gets together, that's where everyone always ends up congregating. That's where everyone feels the most comfortable. I cook and bake with my 3-year-old daughter now, and she loves it.
That's good.
So it's one of those truly kind of heartfelt things that you love to be able to pass on to other people. And it's one of the best ways, I think, sometimes, the gift of food is one of the best things that you can give to people, to let them know how much you really care when you can feed their mind and their body and their soul.
Yeah.
This is very tempting.
We have, and I'm sure it's true for just about any family, but Greeks pride themselves on they feed people. You go to a Greek person's home and automatically you can assume you're going to have food. And so we've always just really enjoyed, like you said, the kitchen is the center of really our time together, and it's very special. And I'm appreciative of the opportunity to start, really, and we have just really started. Our very first, I guess, event was at the end of August. So we set up now at the Nashville Flea Market, and I'm very much looking forward to doing the Arts and Crafts Show.
Great. Now, the other component of what you guys will have at your booth at the Arts and Crafts Show are some beautifully hand-decorated cards. Now, is this something that you do on your own, or is this something that your mother-in-law does with you as well?
This one is my own. It kind of started, I'm Greek Orthodox, and several Christmases ago, I guess maybe about 6 years ago, I was frustrated with not being able to find a really nice Orthodox Christmas card to send to my family. So I kind of toyed around with some papers and took a picture of the kids and played around with my computer and got the sentiment inside just like I wanted it. And that was my first
foray
into making cards. So from there, there's also a lack of readily available. We celebrate name days in the Orthodox faith, and the baptisms and weddings are beautiful. The services are long, and they have very special prayers in them as well. So I ventured a little bit more and did some cards with some of the prayers included on the inside. Especially just for Orthodox events, and grew that a little bit, shared that with some friends and family, gave some card sets as Christmas gifts and that kind of thing, and then started selling on Etsy. And from there, I realized I enjoyed it so much, just making the cards. It's a creative outlet that I haven't had before. So I decided, okay, well, let's try just basic cards. Let's do some thank yous and some happy birthdays and that kind of thing. And my style is pretty simple. I think sometimes when you see homemade cards, I kind of search every once in a while online just to see what else is kind of out there. And they're fairly ornate usually. And I have a fondness for just simple type things with a little bit of bling every once in a while.
Yes.
And pops of color.
Little pops, yeah, little pops. I love that. We definitely have some beautiful things that you have brought in here today. Just a price point, kind of what do some of these things typically cost, or cards, do you sell them in sets? Do you make custom order cards for people that are looking for certain particular things?
Absolutely. This is an example of a custom Christmas card I did for a friend of mine at church. So yes, I absolutely take custom orders. But as far as the prices, the individual cards range anywhere from $2.75 up to $6, depending on the materials that are used.
You're giving Walgreens a run for their money.
I know. Well, and that was when I decided to go into it. I thought, when people buy secular cards, they're spending, $5 to $7 on a card that's fairly impersonal, and has nothing to do. When I first started, it was for Orthodox cards.
Right.
So I thought, well, let's try it and let's make it affordable, and I've enjoyed it. And I also do sell card sets that are stationary type cards, and the sets range anywhere from $5 maybe to up to about $12, $14. And the other thing that I like about selling the cards is it's an opportunity really to have a keepsake. I think I was going through some of my old photos the other day, and I found some letters that my husband had wrote me before we got married. And I thought, if he had texted me, or if he had sent an email or something like that, I wouldn't have that kind of memory.
Just thinking. I was going to say, you are a lucky woman if you had a husband who wrote you, because I think I probably had a series of texts when our relationship started, and they don't really carry the same kind of sentimental value.
No, so I have something to pass on to my children now, and I think the cards offer that opportunity to send something handmade and with your own sentiments in it to someone is very, very special. And as far as the pastries, they range, the individual packages range anywhere from $2 up to $5. And then at the Arts and Crafts Show, I'll be offering combo platters too.
Wonderful. Well, for people who would like more information about the different kinds of things that you do, how can they find out more about your baking and your cards? I know you mentioned you have an Etsy store. Is there any other place where people can get information?
Actually, yes, probably the best place is I have 2 separate Facebook pages. I don't have a website yet, just very, very early in our growth.
Absolutely.
But I have 2 Facebook pages. One, our pastry business is It's Greek to Me Cottage Kitchen, if they'll just search that on Facebook. And then my cards are pen and paper greetings. Again, just search that on Facebook, and then the link to my Etsy store is on that Facebook page. And I also have other photos of other items that we do, and information about upcoming events that we're doing, and where to find me at the flea market as well.
Great. Well, Athena, thank you so much for taking the time to come in.
Thank you very
here.
much.
We're really looking forward to having you at the craft show this year.
Yes, we are.
All right, well, Ms. Darlene, you have pulled in a vast array of different artisans and vendors for this year's event. And it's kind of like we were saying earlier, it's the 24th Annual Holiday Arts and Crafts Show, but this is not the same arts and crafts show that people have been to in years past. You've really done a lot to jazz it up this year and make it a different kind of event for people to attend. You have almost 140 booths for this event, but you do still have a few booth spaces left.
I do, Kerri. I only have 18 booth spaces left, and we do operate on a first-come, first-served basis. So we encourage any craft vendor that may be out there that would like to participate in our show as a vendor to please send me the booth contract and the booth fee rental as soon as possible. And you can find the information for our show and the booth contract that you can download off of our website, WCParksandRec.com.
And that'll be from our special events page. There's a link from that on the home page to get you right to all of that information. Again, this event is coming up the first weekend in November, Saturday, November 1st, from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., and then Sunday, November 2nd, from 12 noon to 4 p.m. Again, at the Williamson County Ag Expo Center in Franklin, off of Long Lane. We did talk a little bit about the detours earlier with the bridge construction at exit 61 off of Interstate 65. There will be some alternate detour routes for you to take to get to the location this year. Signs are going to be posted about that along the interstate as well as some secondary roads in the Franklin community. More information is also available about these detours from our website as well. And because of this issue, our department director has graciously agreed to waive admission fees this year. So no admission or parking fees to attend this one-of-a-kind event. In addition to the Arts and Crafts Show, we also have the 11th Annual Kringle Car Classic going on with this. We have photos with Santa that we'll be doing on both show dates. We have photos with Santa from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturday and from 1 to 3 p.m. on Sunday. Again, children can visit with Santa, give their Christmas wish lists. We have a beautifully decorated set for parents to take photographs with, or you can also do a commemorative photo for $3 a piece. And then wrapping up this event, we have the Williamson County Community Band. They'll be doing a special performance on Sunday at 2 p.m. In the meeting room there at the Ag Expo Center. So lots of fun associated with this event, lots of things to look forward to and do with this event as well. Now, Ms. Darlene, when we talk about any special event, not only do you do a ton of hard work in organizing these events, but you do an extra amount of hard work in organizing sponsors for these events as well. And you've got 7 great sponsors that are helping you with this event. Tell us who they are real quickly.
Well, the Darryl Waltrip Automotive Group is kind enough to sponsor the Kringle car show part of the craft show. And the other ones listed is the Children's Academy, Elite Physical Therapy, Sports Clip, Sam's Club, Hampton Inn and Suites, and the Hyde Place. So we're really excited that they've decided to team up with us on this extra special craft show. Like you mentioned earlier, we've just kind of give everybody a little bit of a sneak peek on all the extra special things we have. They're just going to have to come out and see the rest.
That's right.
Free admission. Hey, it's a win-win for everybody.
Can't beat it.
That's right.
Ladies, I want to thank you both for taking the time to come in today and to talk to us. We're looking forward to the Holiday Arts and Crafts Show. We'll see you then.
Thank you, Kerri.
Guys, again, if you would like more information about this event, visit our website at www.wcparksandrec.com. We'll see you next time. And until then, remember, Williamson County, it's all about you.
So much has gone by already, but